versus the... can't think of their names.
Yep, this is Blind Pick Banditos versus Point Defense. Blind Pick
That's
Banditos up on the top. We have Talith PA playing as Bunny Riven, Elalya playing as Wukong, Aesh playing as Wicked Lulu, Aparkhurst playing as Cassiopeia, Vaticide playing as J4. I'm Gandair, casting with me is...
Phrank.
And who do we have down on the bottom on Point Defense?
We have Pax Jax, of course, being rocked by Sauron here. We saw this earlier. He was extremely successful with it. Cottontail Teemo being played by ZaberZ. Full Metal Pantheon is going to be rolled. Actually, I got to switch my screen over here. Full Metal Pantheon is going to be rolled here by MagiMelkor. FDru is going to be rocking the, don't know what the name of the skin is, but Alistar and then Nekrogen on Ryze.
Load into the game in just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final game for this evening of DominateDominion Tournament number 3. I'm really excited to see what happens here. Opening items being bought right now. A lot of boots, lots of prospectors items, a lot of pots. Everything seems pretty standard so far. Tier on Ryze. Got a couple of HP gems on Teemo. That's a little different. Got a couple of long swords on Pantheon. And J4 probably just hasn't finished loading it yet. He hasn't bought anything, so... Kindle gem on Alistar. CDR Alistar is something I like a lot, but I don't play very often.
Yeah, I think he definitely needs it. He really just has those 2 big spells, and then once those are down, he's just sitting around waiting. Maybe tramples, excuse me, a little bit, but doesn't really get too much done there. I was going to actually say he was missing a spell there, but he took level 2 in his heal, which is pretty interesting. So he's going to be able to support that top lane. Certainly not going to go bottom with a level 2 heal. Sauron's going to go ahead and take advantage of that. And he's going to be up against Cassiopeia. So here we go. Jarvan throwing out that spear, getting himself onto that flag, doing a nice little jump forward. And we've got Riven, J4, Lulu, and Wukong going to be going up against... Oh, but Pantheon, it looked like, stumbled forward a little bit there, so he's going to be a little bit slower on that capture point, but he's going to go to the top there, like we mentioned before. And the Initiate is about to commence, and Teemo, with those 2 health crystals, looks like he's going to lead the tank.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an interesting opening. Definitely something that I didn't expect. We got Vaticide trying to get a little bit of cap in there, but he's going to get interrupted. No one quite willing to commit to this fight yet. Just a little bit back and forth, capping and interrupting. It's going to be very curious to see who starts this. And we got a little bit of an exchange between Aesh and Nekrogen. A lot of damage being put on Aesh there. Still some back and forth capping here. Just waiting for things to break out. And there we go. J4 dashes right into the fight. Drops the slow on everyone. A lot of damage going off onto Nekrogen. Looks like they're the first person that he's going to try and get rid of. MagiMelkor going to go down. ZaberZ in between Vaticide and Aesh. Nekrogen going to go down. And Talith PA going to chase FDru out of the fight. And they are going to secure Windmill, but maybe only for a moment, because we got the revives coming into play right now. Bring in MagiMelkor back into the fight, and he's going to run over here into the jungle, and he's going to try and intercept Talith PA, and it looks like he's... Oh, to safety, says Alistar. Okay, maybe not quite. Pantheon does get the stun, and no, Riven does jump away. Is she going to get out of that? Maybe? Yep, J4 comes in to intercept, and Talith PA is able to get away.
Yeah, now there's just some duking it out onto this left side here, the refinery, and that's not going to go over too well, it looks like, for the Banditos, as FDru is going to go ahead and get away there. But meanwhile, at bottom lane, it looks like Jax did pick up the kill on Cassiopeia, didn't press the issue, though, is not going to walk forward there. FDru is going to pick up the Storm Relic as well, like we mentioned before, on that $10 RP giveaway. Spawns at 3 minutes. Now Riven is going to go for that right now. Is ZaberZ going to stop this? Yeah, nice job there, actually. Teemo's going to make sure that that the Riven doesn't pick that one up, or anyone, actually, on the Banditos side. So nice job there. And it looks like a lot of creeps coming in that are going to help take out this windmill. And another fight is about to break out here. This is pretty reminiscent of what happened a couple of minutes ago, but no revives online right now for Team Point Defense, so we'll see if they're going to be able to take this one down. Teemo looks like he's backing around to this other side here, just chilling out on the front door, knocking on that house, seeing if anybody's home. Looks like it doesn't actually have a front door or a side door, but anyways, no engagements going on just yet. Lulu going to go ahead and push that wave out, but pretty passive play right now. Everybody just trying to get some bushwhacking done as ZaberZ is just chilling in this bush right now and just trying to get some damage done onto Talith PA, but everybody just kind of backing off of everyone. But FDru getting jumped on a little bit up at that top lane as an engagement about to happen bottom as point neutralized by MagiMelkor.
Yeah, and pulls a lot of people down from point defense in order to help him with that, and they are able to get the neutral off. MagiMelkor just gets out of there. ZaberZ, a lot of damage goes down on him, and they blind pick Banditos is able to get their point back and do a lot of damage in the process.
Yeah, actually, Wukong, if he would have stayed for one more tick of his ultimate, would have picked up Nekrogen there, but he was basically just given a get-out-of-jail-free card there, and he just walked away to safety, so a little bit of a misstep, but he did end up picking up the Teemo with his team and gave the pop-up there. So there's the pings going down as the quest point is the windmill and the drill, and it looks like there are 3 characters here up at top lane for point defense, which could spell disaster for Banditos on that top lane, but no, it looks like that's not going to be the case here, as Wukong now jumping in onto Teemo, but followed very closely behind is the Jarvan. So no points being contested right now, and again, you can see that I think this is indicative of top-level play, that there's just not a lot, or not as much action happening, as there is just a lot of posturing and positioning.
Yep, that is definitely one thing. People like to take it slow and not overcommit to things down here at the bottom end of the map. However, Sauron and MagiMelkor do make a move in on that point against Aparkhurst, and they are able to get that kill there. They're going to begin capping that immediately. They're going to try and get the neutral off on that before Elalya comes down, and they are going to be successful in doing so, so there's no defender's advantage. Only MagiMelkor is going to stop for just a moment. And there goes the stun, followed by the other stun. And they got exhaust going off on Sauron. Elalya gonna, oh yes, just barely making it away from that fight there, and they're going to be able to secure that bottom point.
But meanwhile, the quest objective here is going to be captured by Lulu, so just right turn back around in their face, and it's going to be 3-2 yet again, and then Riven is going to take out Teemo, and now is starting to focus on FDru on this Alistar, but not having it. He says with those cooldowns going down pretty low, able to pop up that Riven, making sure not to get picked off there, as Aesh is going to be on Lulu here, starting to pick away at this at FDru yet again. 4 players on top of this cow. Is he going to get turned into ground beef? Yes, he will. Riven going down with that sword slice and just picking him right off as Jax, Sauron's Jax here, just teleporting back in the middle of the fray, but Ryze, not having this, is going to go for that backdoor on the windmill.
Yep, Sauron right there just thinking, oh, probably, hey, you know what? There are 2 people here. I'm going to move to the opposite side of the map. They're going to be way out of position. I'm going to go help somewhere else. And big engagement up at the top. Nekrogen getting taken out very, very quickly here. ZaberZ and MagiMelkor. ZaberZ wanting to kite Talith PA right into that mushroom. Good job of doing so, but Riven, not a force to be trifled with. She is going to get that kill there. Jarvan helping out with the ultimate, and Pantheon getting taken out there. That's one thing that you can do, is if you have 2 people committed to one side, you can go ahead and engage somewhere else on the map, knowing that they have that one person left. And Sauron just let that happen by taking that B there.
Yeah, Nekrogen getting caught out here a little bit by Jarvan, and he's going to go ahead and let him get away, though. Sauron tried to get some channeling done on that capture point, but it's not going to happen. So they're just going to chill out bottom, and it's going to be a 2v2 bottom, and a lot, again, just some more posturing and positioning across the map right now for FDru, moving up, trying to push up this wave, as Teemo now, the recipient of that Storm Shrine, so he's going to go ahead and walk away with that, and Teemo, with that extra damage, is going to be really, really powerful, and, you know, he's going pretty tanky right now, actually. He's got that Haunting Guise, he's got the Kindle Gem, not a lot of extra damage. He does have the Sorcerer's Boots, but that's not really going to be enough there, as now Riven trying to stop the capture on that point. It does get neutralized. Meanwhile, bottom left, looks like Cassiopeia will go down to Jax, and 3 characters are going to help to pick up this point.
Yeah, up at the top end of the map, FDru and ZaberZ trying to defend that neutral point as best they can, but Elalya and Talith PA are going to keep them away. Aesh pulls away from the cap as his 2 teammates get low on hit points, as he's going to try and keep them back as to prevent anyone else from getting killed. And they are able to secure that point over there, down at the bottom end of the map. Point Defense was able to get a hold of that, and right now they got MagiMelkor sitting on the point down there, while ZaberZ and FDru still sitting in a precarious position up at the top. ZaberZ is going to get taken out. FDru makes an attempt to save him, but isn't able to do so. Gets slowed by Aesh's Lulu as a result, and is going to start to get chased away. Nekrogen picks up on Aesh in the jungle there, but Aesh gonna be able to get away from that? It's possible. We're just waiting to see that Rune Prison come back up. Oh, she's gonna go ahead and get out of that. Oh, and she gets taken out. There we go. Now at the bottom end of the map, we got a neutral point.
Yeah, and a really good job there by Vaticide, just staying and making sure to continue capturing that point. Cassiopeia had a turnaround and ulted Sauron because he was so close to killing her, but then she just walked away as Jarvan was just capturing the point the whole time, got the neutral off, and now they do have that point very, very quickly here. So it really is about the windmill right now. Who's going to be able to take this one down? It looks like Wukong not able to hold on there, so is this the chance now for Point Defense to come back? Riven has her ultimate online. Is she going to be able to do enough damage? Looks like the answer is no, and Nekrogen going to start channeling that one down, but not really a lot of champions anywhere else on the map. Sauron down at bottom lane is going to help to hold off this Cassiopeia. The exchanges don't know which way this is going to go exactly, but it looks like they're just going to hold on to each other, and nobody's really going to move anywhere. Now Vaticide is just chilling in this bush with Aesh, and really looking to do some bushwhacking, but Nekrogen is going to try to stop Elalya on Wukong from getting this Storm Shield. Eesh, where's the turnaround coming here? It looks like Nekrogen is going to get polymorphed, not able to do enough damage, and moves forward there, trying to get off those spells, but does not get the advantage in doing so. So here we go, the exchange goes off, and this is looking really bad for Point Defense.
Very good Cataclysm there, putting two people down, but FDru shows up to the fight, maybe a little bit too late to make a big difference. Now he is going to get sandwiched between Talith, PA, and Vaticide. He's going to go off and move away. They're going to head back over to this point. At the bottom side, we have Aparkhurst trying to neutral a point, and we have Sauron trying to neutral a point. It's like they just went right around each other and decided, hey, let's trade and see what can happen. But immediately we have Nekrogen coming down from the summoner platform to stop that. And he's going to move around to that side to pick up that health relic and move up to begin taking the point back. Whereas on the opposite side of the map, that point has been secured, and the top is now under attack too.
Yeah, and this is looking like a really good comeback potential here for Point Defense. Talith PA is running around away, but Teemo with the poison tick, is he gonna get it? No, he only used his Q. He actually didn't auto attack there, so he wasn't able to get off that DOT. So now ZaberZ with the speed boost, is he fast enough to catch the Riven with all those gap opener abilities with the Q and the E? I don't know, but up at the top left here, it looks like Aesh is gonna take out the Pantheon here, and action just happening all over the place. Wukong helping to pick up a kill with Cassiopeia, and Teemo still giving chase to this Riven. Is he still going to catch her? Looks like no. Too many health relics along the way. I assume there was 2 of them picked up there, and now she's going to go ahead and be fine there. But FDru on Aesh, is this going to help? I don't know. Teemo coming into the fray as well. Looks like Lulu will go down, but no, that ultimate's so scary, and I've said this time and time again. What a freaking champion this Lulu.
Lulu's been performing very, very well. FDru now getting pushed back, where in the moments before he was the one doing the pushing. We have Nekrogen now in the middle of the map, catching a couple people, but then the entire team turns around and decides to dive on him. ZaberZ coming down to back up his buddy there, and FDru following shortly thereafter. A little bit of an exchange in the bushes there. Teemo dropping down that Easter egg. Not quite the Easter egg that you want to find in the game. MagiMelkor getting chased down by Talith PA, just a little bit further back on the map. And Sauron pushing that creep wave up on Aparkhurst, but then getting forced back again a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like Riven now will finally go down here, as Teemo will be the one to take that one out, and Aparkhurst on to getting jumped on by Jax here, and Sauron trying to go down, finding this health relic. He should be picking that up, actually. I don't know why he's not grabbing that. I would assume that Cassiopeia would take that if he didn't take it, but no, didn't want to go back too far, and a great juke out is going to get away there, but Ryze elsewhere on the map is going to pick up the Jarvan, and now the push-in comes in from Alistar, Ryze, and Teemo, and here's the pop-up. Is the W going to hit from Ryze? No! Lulu way too fast there, and now a lot of damage coming up from the tower as Teemo is going to jump onto this Wukong, help to pick that one up, and Cassiopeia is going to go down as well. Now more action happening over onto the refinery point. Nekrogen going extremely low, dangerously low. Riven with the ultimate not hitting there as well, and Lulu will walk away from that pretty comfortably here. So great job there, but FDru getting jumped on here is going to walk away, heal himself up, and Talith will go down, as well as Lulu, so a double kill for Teemo. Great job there, doing work, and Jarvan looks like he's finally going to be able to pick up that kill with his Q. Lots of action happening on that point. And is this going to be the turnaround? It looks like it certainly is, as Defense Point is working themselves up to a 4-0 advantage, and they do have the HP lead.
Living for a very, very, very long time there, constantly being a presence. And Nekrogen maybe extend a little bit too far away from his team there, gets caught and burst immediately by 3 people there. And that's gonna change things just a little bit here. ZaberZ poking a couple shots at Elalya, and we got Riven, Talith gonna be, and MagiMelkor over in the jungle there. Cassiopeia down bottom was able to pick up that point, and we have Aesh's Lulu scissoring into the bottom here, trying to capture this point, but she's gonna go ahead and back away there.
Yeah, so she will get away very comfortably, and however, Teemo just going super speed right now, trying to find some champions, but getting caught himself, and that's just way too many melee champions, just bursting him down, and now a bunch of shrooms going to be hit along the way here by this Wukong, but he will be able to channel that point, even though he's taking that poison damage. Here comes Pantheon jumping in, and he does find the Wukong, even though he was stealth, so he's going to jump in there, get off all his damage, but damn, he goes down fast. And now across the board, there are kills happening. Ryze is going to help to pick up the Wukong, and Cassiopeia will go down. Wow, lots of champions going down here. So it looks like Banditos, though, will come out at the victors there, and the win bill will go into their favor. And now the turnaround potentially coming from Banditos as well.
After that, it looks like Windmill and the Quarry are just going to switch places for these two teams, potentially. I don't know if FDru's going to try and full cap this or not. Yet the enemy team getting dangerously close. Blind pick Banditos surely going to respond to that, and they're not quite going to get there in time. Aparkhurst just a fraction of a second too late there, but FDru's going to back off a little bit there. At the top of the map, we've got MagiMelkor and ZaberZ able to get the windmill back.
Yeah, and really having a tough time keeping track of all the action that's happening right now. So many fights happening all the way across the board. Ryze certainly going to win this fight here as Wukong goes down, and now it really comes down to this bottom left point here. What's going to happen? Jax is juking in and out, trying to find a good spot that he can jump on the Lulu, but Lulu, as we've seen before, really good at turning things around, and now 4 champions jumping in here. Ryze will get picked off, but it really doesn't matter. 85 points, 83 points. This Nexus could blow up before they get back into this game, and they really need to take the secondary point and move on and take a third somewhere else on the map.
Point defense is very, very good at being active and applying pressure, and that pressure is kind of keeping them back. You see a big fight looking like it's going to want to start here. FDru dives in, gets the airborne. Not a lot of damage put away on him. MagiMelkor jumps on, absolutely destroys Lulu. Vaticide, you have Cataclysm going down, keep things penned up so I don't put my camera around the way. It gets kicked out of the fight and to safety. Oh, no, not quite. Jax.
Jax too strong, man, getting that jump off, and now Riven up at that top point, really not doing what she needs to be doing. Well, is kind of doing what she needs to be doing, but it's just not going to be enough. 57 HP now on that Nexus. Nekrogen taking the refinery, and the Quarry here is going to go down as well to Pantheon. So just all these points just being exchanged constantly, and point defense really staying on top of the game. They've now got a 3-1 advantage, and those points are starting to tick away a little bit too fast for Banditos to keep up with. And now we've gotten to a point where I think Banditos is a little bit desperate, and I think this is where mistakes start to get made.
You can come back at any point in Dominion. Even now, this is still anybody's game. We got an engagement up here at the top. We got Vaticide and Aesh diving in there. A lot of damage getting put on them. Their teammates taking a moment to catch up, and Exhaust going down on the Wukong there. Riven trying to put the hurt on Nekrogen, but Nekrogen walking away. And J4 is going to get taken out. Ryze is going to get taken out. Riven now going after ZaberZ, while Elalya keeps FDru busy, and Teemo and Alistar do go down there. Quite a sweeping victory, I'd say, for Blind Pick Banditos up at the top. And MagiMelkor getting shut down by Vaticide over at the refinery.
Yep, and now we do have another point being taken here, so this is going to be the moment. The 3-2 change here. 8 health left, 7 health left. This is coming down to the wire here. Where's the 6? No, it's not going to be, because they do have 2 points at 2 points right now. Watch is going off because it's freaking out as well over the crazy action. 7 HP points right now. Wukong taking that bottom point. This is going to be 3-2, and actually it's going to be 3-1 for a couple of seconds as well. 7 HP. Are they going to be able to hold on here? Teemo in the midst of things is going to take out that Riven. That's going to spell a little bit of trouble here, as now Aesh on Lulu is going to go down pretty low as well, and Teemo needs to take out this point. But it is right now still tied up at 2-2, but FDru going to take that point back, and now the points will start to tick away, and the life will be drained from
Pantheon
Banditos.
saving that last point from being neutraled, and that would have stalled out the game, but he's got that Sky Leap there, which sealed the deal for things. Victory goes to Point Defense over Blind Pig Banditos in the finals of this Dominate Dominion tournament number 3.